The first thing they should do is separate regulation from the Federal Reserve. That's the first thing I would do right there. Because as Robbie said, there's probably a tremendous amount of conflict of interest that when a staffer or someone, I'll bet back 6-9 months ago, staffers at the various regulatory bodies, whether FDIC, OCC, brought these issues up to the table. It's my guess. And said, hey, Bank XYZ has this issue, Bank X has that issue. And somehow, some way it gets pushed under the rug, mainly because politics go into play. You got to keep in mind these CEOs and executives are very powerful and they can browbeat back. And the poor staffers, like almost every other risk manager that sits in any fund or in the like, gets browbeaten and they get pushed down. So my guess is there was a lot of that. If you could simply, and I agree with Robbie, this whole idea, and this, I apologize for the wonkiness, but when they measure capital on a core tier 1 basis, like guys like us look at just simple, how much tangible equity do you have? How many assets do you have? And is it too light or too heavy? There needs to be more robust regulation. And it would be helpful if you separated the regulatory bodies from the people who are monitoring the monetary aggregates and controlling the monetary aggregates. It would make life a lot easier and a lot better, in my opinion.
And I would add to that, that if the Bernanke that we used to call on the trading desk was still, he would have cut rates today. He probably would have cut rates 100 basis points. And we saw this. This is a buildup of everything from 2009, 10, 11, 12. When we tried QE1, we had to do QE2. The market froze. Reverse repo blew up a couple of years ago. We reversed everything. There was going to be a point where something was going to break. This just happened to be the big. I mean, you had 2 very large banks go out of business.